Hi, I'm Lexi. In 2015, I was the victim of an attack by my friends in which I almost died. A lot of people have a lot of questions about that attack as I've been sharing my story on TikTok for the last couple months. And today I actually wanted to bring out my mother to help answer some of those questions, particularly questions about her. All right, Mom, so how did you find out what was happening, and how did you feel when you found out what was happening?
I found out by a phone call that was kind of muffled and far away, and I could hear that you were trying to tell me something, but I more heard your friend telling me that everything was fine, but I knew everything wasn't fine because that's not a call I ever got from you. Or how I felt was panicked. I was on my way to someplace far away, and I immediately wanted to turn around and find you.
What did I say on that call?
You said, something's wrong with me. I don't know what they did, and I immediately knew they did something to you.
Okay.
And I didn't know what it was or how bad it was, but I knew that something had happened.
And did I mention that there were like drugs or anything on that phone call?
Yes, you said that you think that they gave you something, and I had knew a little bit about that girl, and I didn't trust her, and I knew immediately, something told me immediately that she had given you something or done something, and I started screaming, what did you give her? What happened? What? And then the call was disconnected.
Okay. So you next saw me again in the hospital. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I luckily had a friend on the police department of the town, and she was able to get someone to you. I think someone called, and she was able to tell me where you were, and I had my parents first go because I was far away, like I said, for taking your younger sister to gymnastics competition. So Mimi and Papa went, and I rushed to get there as soon as I could, but they were with you at the beginning. And when I saw you, it was probably a half hour into you having been there. And Mimi, I always remember that Mimi said to me, I'm so glad that you didn't see her when she came in because it was really bad. And you had started to be a little bit more like...
It's about to cut out.
Like a little bit more coherent, a little bit by the time I got there.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.